Hey guys, Anthony here. It's Sunday, August 27th, 2017, and today's video is going to highlight the Goal Zero USB lantern and flashlight. The name of this lantern slash flashlight is called the Lighthouse Micro Flash. I've been using it for just a couple days now, and for under $25 I could tell you that this is definitely a well-built light. It's going to work in an EDC kit. It's going to work in a bug-out bag. It could even work in your pocket and carry it around with you if you wanted to have light that's rechargeable via any USB port and also through solar, a solar panel. So let's go over some specs of this. I'll show you some close-ups and we'll show you how it works. And that'll be our video for today. But I wanted to highlight this because I think it's a very, very good investment for people. I just bought two more, and I sent them as gifts to some people, some other preppers that I know, and I think they'll be happy with it. And it's one of those things that, in light of Hurricane Harvey that hit through Texas and is still wreaking havoc there, people are going to be out of power, scrambling for batteries and the like. Something like this can be a real plus, a real lifesaver in that situation, a life-saving light to see your way around without having to rely on a battery. Okay, we'll be right back. So here's some of the packaging it comes with. Again, it's a USB lantern and flashlight, so it functions both as a lantern, like a hanging lantern you could put in a tent, and it also functions as a flashlight. As a flashlight, you're going to get 120 lumens. As a lantern, you're going to get 150 lumens. I had this on last night in the van. We had the van out here last night. We were just hanging out. And I had the lantern in low mode, and it was plenty of light. I actually had to dim it. Inside the van, it's plenty of light on high. It works really well just on low and then dimmed all the way down. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. So again, it's called the Micro Flash. That's because it has a micro USB or USB port. Again, it's USB rechargeable. 170 hours runtime, guys, on the lowest setting, which is still a lot of light. 170 hours, keep that in mind. And it is weatherproof IPX6. So again, it's not waterproof, but it is weatherproof. Again, it's Goal Zero, another great product from them. And there it is. It's dimmable, as I said before. So on the highest setting, you just simply hold down the button, and then it dims down for you in different increments. And you just take your hand off the button, and the dimmer will stay where you lift your hand off. Same for the flashlight as well. And again, it's USB rechargeable. And there's the USB port, which I'll show you. Again, you could charge it through a solar panel, like a Nomad 7 watt, in 3.5 hours in full sun, or in a USB port plugged in for 3.5 hours and get your charge back up to the top level. So let's take a closer look at this flashlight and lantern. Alright, the top of the light, this is where the flashlight is here. This is a little fold down handle here. You could hang it with a small carabiner from your tent or wherever. I had it hanging in the van last night. This is your on off button and the switch that you depress to activate it and to dim it. There's your battery indicator lights that'll light up blue when I turn this on, that you'll see. Here is the lantern portion on the bottom here. These are LEDs inside there. And again, when it's on high power, all the LEDs are on. When it's on low power, half of the amount of LEDs are on. It's got like a mirrored finish on it, so it's kind of hard to see it here. But again, it's a Goal Zero flash. Here is the USB that sits flush at the bottom. So you can stand this up, and you can pull the USB at an angle like that, or like this, depending on how you're going to plug it in. And again, it will stand up on its own like that, so you could shine light up, or you could use the lantern portion there. Very well made. I even dropped it yesterday on the pavement here by mistake, and no marks on it, nothing like that. It's still holding up. The only thing with this, the button's a little, I wouldn't say difficult. You gotta physically get your, the tip of your finger and your nail kind of on it to press it down. I'll activate it here, and there you go. You've got the flashlight mode, which I won't point, but you have 120 lumen flashlight, which is plenty of power. And then you can dim it by holding down the button, and the light will dim to the lowest setting. There's your battery indicator lights right there. It's on full charge right now. And then the second depression will activate the lantern portion, which is now on high, which can be dimmed. And then if I hit it again, the lantern low goes on, which, as I said before, is half the light output of the full charge, of the full light. If I hold the button down, again, it's going to go into dim and down to the lowest setting right there. And there you have it. And then again, to cycle through, off. So you have to cycle through the charges: flashlight, lantern high, lantern low, and then whatever mode you're in, you just hold the button down to dim it, and then off. It's going to be pretty difficult if you have this in your pocket or in your pack to accidentally depress that. That's one of the things Goal Zero might have had in mind by making this switch, that you got to really, depress it to turn it on. So it's not going to turn on accidentally and burn out your light that's in your kit. Again, you can use a small carabiner on the end here. You could tie it, whatever you have to do. If you had it in your hammock, in your tent, throw off plenty of light in low mode in a two-person tent, no problem. Inside the van, I'll put it on here in just a moment, and we'll look and see how it's like. Even though it's not fully dark, you can see some of the light that this throws off. Alright guys, I have it hanging in the back of the van here, right here, and it's next to my Goal Zero original Light of Life lamp here that I have hanging in the van. This is the lantern. I just have it hanging on the pole here on one of these Night Eyes bendable holders here. I'll turn on the light. That's flashlight mode. Another click. There's lantern mode. Okay, plenty of light, as you can see. This is low mode. Flash off, flashlight, lantern. Now I'll dim it. Hold it down, and there's the lowest dim mode there. If you're just waking up, looking for something at night, you can keep it in the dim mode and not blind your eyes out. But this light, guys, I think is a great investment for $25. I think you guys are going to like it. I think Goal Zero basically hit it out of the park with this light, and I think it's going to work out great. And again, I could charge this off of my solar panel, my portable solar panel, like the Soku panel here. And I'll show you, I'll set that up in a minute, and I'll show you how that would work with the solar panel, even though it's getting dark out now. Alright guys, it is 7:38 p.m. here at night. I have the Soku 20-watt panel here on my van, just out here, and whatever daylight is left. And in the pocket of the Soku here, as you can see, there's two, I'll pull the light off, there's two USB ports in this pocket. And you guys have seen this in my bug out bag review. This is the solar panel that I carry in my bug out bag, and I have in the van with me as well. Again, I did a review on this panel, and so what you would do is you would just pop out your USB, Try to do this on the camera here so you can see. Hard to do it and film at the same time, of course. Have to simply plug in your USB. Okay, once it's plugged into the panel, again, if I had full sunlight, you would see the front battery indicator lights go on, indicating that it was receiving a charge. Obviously, there's no sun right now, so it's not able to charge. But that's how you would do it off a solar panel. And again, you could put this right into your computer, or I could put this right into the Goal Zero Yeti 400, which I'll do next to show you how that works. Alright guys, I got the Yeti 400 on. As you can see, it's almost out of charge, which I shouldn't let it go down that low, but I did. So I'll plug the light in there. And again, you can see it's getting a charge off the Yeti right away. It shows you what it's drawing. And there you go. That's how you charge it off a USB. And there's your light will blink until it's fully charged. It'll come on fully and it'll show full charge. So guys, there you have it. The Goal Zero-Lighthouse Micro. Under $25. Well worth it. Get yourself one. Be ready for emergencies. Something like this in a kit, or to each member of the family, is going to guarantee you light in an emergency. And easy to recharge, especially off the solar when the power's down, or off your batteries. Like your Goal Zero Yeti batteries that could be recharged again and again off solar. I could charge it off my van, off my 100-watt panel on the roof, hooked to my Yeti, and just have a renewable source of light. So that's my video today, guys. Stay ready, be prepared, especially in light of what's going on in Texas right now with Hurricane Harvey and all the people that are suffering there. You're with us, definitely in our thoughts and prayers. Hopefully we'll be able to contribute something to the efforts there coming up. I know my church is probably doing something. I definitely want to get involved. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay ready. Anthony here. A couple things I forgot to tell you about the Goal Zero USB lantern flashlight is, and it's written really small on the box here, so I have to use my little magnifier. Cell chemistry is lithium ion, NMC. The cell capacity is 9.62 watt hours, 3.7 volts, 2,600 milliamp hour battery. Excuse me. The light output I went on 150 lumens lantern, 120 lumens flashlight. USB port input 5 volts up to 1 amp, 5 watt max. The weight of the light is, and where is it? I had it here, is 2.4 ounces or 68 grams. And the dimensions are 3.66 inches by 1.5 inches, or 93 millimeters by 37.7 millimeters. IPX6 durability. Okay, so those are some of the technical specs for you guys. Thanks for joining me. Sorry I missed that in the video, but one of these little magnifying lanterns, battery operated and plug operated, by Carson. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like 25 bucks. Definitely worth it when you're looking at stuff like that. You got to magnify it a little bit. Great little item to have. Thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry about that. Missed that. Take care. Stay ready.